Welcome back everybody to the YouTube in the Crutchley Palace. Today we're going to be looking at this beautiful thing right behind me. If you haven't seen it before, you've probably never watched any of my videos because this is something that's never come down since owning it. What am I on about? Target Omni. The Target Omni is an auto scoring system featured with 4 identical cameras, top left, top right, bottom left, bottom right, accompanied with a top of the range ring light portraying onto your dartboard to make sure that everything is visually clear. I've had this Target Omni since February 2025. Let's have a look at a more in-depth review of the pros and cons, and is it worth the price tag? You're probably thinking, Ben, how does this Target Omni actually work? Well, it connects to an app on most Android and Apple devices through an app called Dart Counter. Now, this app connects directly to your Target Omni and makes the experience so much smoother and so much more enjoyable from a darting perspective. I'm going to screen record everything on my phone to make it easier for you guys, whether you're just starting with an Omni or you might find something useful within the app that you didn't know already. So as we open the Dart Counter app then, like I said, it's free to download. We are greeted with the home screen. As you can see on screen, I have Dart Counter Ultimate. Now, what is Dart Counter Ultimate? It's basically a subscription which is £5 a month, not a lot for saying how much I do play darts, that allows me to play as many online games as I like. I can jump straight into the lobby and play anyone and everyone as many times a day as I like. As well as this, I can play my favourite practice game in 1-2-1 checkout. I can play this 10 times, 30 times, unlimited amount of times. It doesn't matter. It's a great way of scoring, it's a great way of practicing, and it comes involved with the membership. As well as this, I am quite a stats man, and by having these stats, it allows me to give a more in-depth review of my performance and how I can improve, because with darts I always do want to improve, hence why I got the Target Omni in the first place. So as you can see, we can go through all of the time period this year all the way into the past month. Online games, local games, dartbot games. It gives me all the statistics that I need. By having the membership, it allows tournaments to be a much more enjoyable experience. Unfortunately, there are a lot of people on Target Dart Counter that take advantage of it and make it unenjoyable for most players. Suddenly, they've got a 39 average, hitting 9 darters with no camera and no membership. Make it make sense. I know, right? So we've seen how the app works. Now, how does this beautiful thing connect to this device? So as you'll see on screen now, when we go into our menu, we can see smart devices. I'm going to click on that. I'm going to click on the Target Omni, and as you can see, it comes up with connected straight away, which, to be fair, the amount of time that I've had it, I've never had any sort of connection issues. Could be down to the Wi-Fi that I have, or it could be down to the speed and the accuracy that the Omni provides. Calibration is something that the Target Omni offers. However, I do find myself doing this quite a lot. I'll get into that later in the pros and cons lists. Now, a beauty of the new update on Dart Counter, it allows me to check for any updates that the Omni may have to make sure that performance is always at its best. So by pressing that blue button, it'll check for any updates. Obviously there's none at the minute because I always stay update, but if there was to be an update, it would be there and showed me, and I can get it downloaded as soon as possible. I'm going to start with the cons because there's really not many of them. My main con of the Target Omni would be that the price point is a hefty price point. Now, I understand the majority of auto scorers that are on the market are either a similar price or slightly above, but I feel for your average dart player, these really are quite expensive. The second con would probably be the inaccuracy. Now, I'm not expecting it to be accurate all of the time, but I do find myself either correcting a 5 to a treble 20, a treble 20 to a 1, or a 20 to a 1. It doesn't really happen anywhere else on the board apart from when I'm aiming for that treble 20, which is easily fixable in the app, in-game, but it's just not something that I want to be doing after paying a good sum of money for it to do its job, basically. The third con is that registered darts. Sometimes the Omni just doesn't see the dart, and that's understandable. the cameras have got to be cleaned. You've got to maintain on cleaning the Omni and making sure that it's in working order. But even when it is supreme clean and in working order, I'll throw a dart and it'll just go, didn't see that one, mate. So when you're playing online, it's hard for people to realise that if I do hit the treble 20, which is not very often, I've got to input that score and suddenly it goes from 16 to 76. I can understand where their frustration comes from. Other than that, I really can't think of any cons on the Target Omni. Now, let's get into the pros. So, for me, the reason I brought this Target Omni was to improve my overall darts game. Mental maths was never a strong point, and it's something that always ruined my rhythm when it comes to throwing at the dartboard. So visually seeing what I have left allowed me to speed my game up and eventually become better at those bigger finishes and finishing on the doubles. So improving my game is definitely the #1 pro to the Target Omni. The second pro is how easily it is to get on and off. Now, once I take these 3D printed legs off, how easy it is to detach this. So 4 magnets on the top of the Omni, slide off, and our Omni is off. So when it comes to rotating the dartboard, it is that easy. To put it back on, all we've got to do is line the legs up with 18 and 4, 15 and 2, 12 and 9, and 16 and 7. They clip on nice and magnetically around the dartboard. Sweet as a nut, sound as a pound. My third pro of the Target Omni doesn't actually come from the Target Omni, but the app that operates it. I think the amount of practice games that are available on there is just amazing. Outside of 501, I can play so many practice games that's going to level up my darting game overall, and I think that's amazing. It's helped me tenfold, and it's something I would 100% recommend if you do have a Target Omni, is to take advantage of all of those little practice games. Another pro is the sleek design of the Target Omni. It's not in your face, it's not taking up a lot of room, and the light projects onto the dartboard very, very neatly. Something I really enjoy, and I've never ever really had any issues with the projection of the light onto the dartboard. Enough waffling then, let's get onto the dartboard, play a Lego 501 and show you in person how accurate and how good the Target Omni actually is. The Omni is calibrated, level 9 dartbot is the opponent, game on.
59.
Steady first 3, we'll take that.
36.
Dart replies.
41.
Needed a treble there, Ben.
84.
Omni's doing its job so far though. Accurate. That's what we like. He's on a 9 darter.
18.
Oh, that was shambolic.
60.
Shambolic, Ben. Come on, pick yourself up.
$100.
That's better. Big ton.
41.
Go on then.
100.
Bottle job. Absolute bottle job.
85.
We've got a good lead on him though.
59.
It's a steady setup. 1, 2, 4. We don't mind it. We don't mind it.
65. Then
Come on.
you require 124.
Well, we do mind that. Oh God, this has gone to pot.
30.
Oh Ben, the pressure's got to him. The
40.
pressure has got to him.
Then
94
you
left
require
then. Come on.
94.
Oh,
86.
oh, the pressure. We could have had it. We could have had it. Oh.
Yes, game shot. And the
Oh,
match.
he checked it out as well. That's so unlucky. What a game. Performance of the target Omni, I think it lived up to it. Every single dart was recorded accurately. I had a fun game of darts, and it made my experience a lot more enjoyable than having to do a lot of the mental maths, especially when I'm throwing darts left, right, and centre, and it's not very easy to add up. For £500, I think it's an amazing investment. It's definitely made my darting experience a lot more enjoyable and improved my level of darting ability tenfold. Now, £500 is a lot of money, and I can understand why some people think it probably is a waste of money. But as a hobby perspective, I'm willing to spend £500 on something I enjoy. Now, someone might spend £500 on a new set of golf clubs. Fair dues. If that's what you enjoy, go for it. Hopefully, what you've taken from this video is I like this. I like it a lot. It makes my experience in darts a lot more enjoyable, and it's something I'd 100% recommend. So, unfortunately, the one thing I can't guarantee is that it will make you better. Sorry, guys. You're BOSH.
Like and subscribe.
BOSH.
Bye, friends.